Hello Lobos and Canvas learners. In this video I'm going to show you how to create a quiz in Canvas. So this video is going to be a little bit longer than normal because there are actually two active quiz engines. That's just Canvas terminology for a quiz builder. But there are two active quiz engines this year. There is the Classics quiz, which will function through the 2020-2021 school year, meaning that those of you who are already Canvas users, you can still use previously created quizzes. You can also migrate them into the new quizzes, and there's a link to that below this video that talks about how to migrate quizzes. Or you can use the new quizzing engine, which is live and on. So, normally you know that I always tell you to go through the module to build your content. The exception to this is for quizzes. And that is because the new quiz engine is actually, it's kind of like an app. So it's not really, they call it an LTI, which means it's external to Canvas. It's not, I don't want to get too technical. Just know that for quizzes, you will actually build it from the sidebar, and then you'll need to add it to your module. And I'll show you how to do all that. So, in this case, I'm going to start on my sidebar over here, and I'm going to click Quizzes. And you'll see I don't have any built in this course. And I'm going to hit the plus quiz button. And it's going to ask me if I want to do classic quizzes or new quizzes. For this first video, I'm going to show you classic quizzes. Well, for the first part of this video, I'm going to show you classic quizzes. Then I'm going to come back and show you new quizzes. And the reason I'm going to show you both is because, again, classic quizzes is available right now through the 2021 school year. However, it will be phased out, and new quizzes will become the only quiz engine available. So I want you to see both, but it is a good idea for you to start using new quizzes as your default platform if you're going to build quizzes in Canvas. Alright, so I'm going to say classic quiz, and I'm going to say submit. I'm going to give my quiz a name. And then I'm going to, right here, I'm going to add in any instructions that I might have. This could also be if I had a video I wanted them to watch that the quiz was going to be over, if there was something I wanted them to read that the quiz was over, if there was a Google slide presentation, an article, a PDF, some kind of stimulus. So if you think of a reading passage, I could always pop in a file, an image, a video, just like I would in a content page or an assignment. So that's instructions or stimulus items. Then I'm going to come down here and set the specifics for the quiz. So I'm going to, I've got different options, like I can add shuffle answers, I can put a time limit on it, I can say how many attempts they get. So I can say in this case they get, I'm going to keep the latest, and they can have 2 attempts. I don't want them to see, I am going to let them see which ones were wrong, but they can't see correct answers until a certain point. And I can show 1 question at a time. I can require an access code. I've got a lot of different restrictions here that I can use. And again, this is all up to you. Whatever you choose to do here, 100% your control. That is your decision. And then I can go ahead and add my due dates here, and I can say that it is due on the 8th. And I can say it's not available until the 8th. And it's available until the 9th. Whatever, because it's a quiz, I may want to even make that just all on the 8th. And then I'm going to go ahead and say save. All I did right now, though, was the settings. So I'm going to go back to edit. And you don't have to save, that's just something I like to do just in case. And this time, instead of editing the details, which is what we just did, there's a tab right here. You're going to click on it, and this is where you actually build your questions. So again, this was just the instructions and the point value, things like that. I'm sorry, not point value, the settings. This was just the instructions and the settings. So now I'm going to hit this button here and say questions. And then I'm going to say new question. And question 1. Here are my choices. Multiple choice, true, false, fill in the blank, multiple blanks, multiple answers, drop downs matching, numerical, formula, essay, file upload, and text, no question. So I'm going to say multiple choice. This is my question stimulus. And then these are my answer choices. I can then click here to say which one I want to be the correct answer. And then I can also add comments here, like if they get the right answer. Or I can say, review the notes if they pick the wrong answer. So that's something that I think is pretty cool. It is going to default to 1 point. So if you want it to be worth more than that, just adjust the points right here. And then say update question. And there's question number 1. Then do the same thing, new question. Again, I can select from that drop down. I'm going to adjust the point value. In this case, it's either true or it's false. I'm going to say that it's false. I'm going to update the question. There's my second question. And you just keep repeating this until you have all of the questions that you want. So for this one, it says enter your question text, then define all possible answers right here. Students will see the question followed by a small text box to type their answer. So roses are, and possible answer is red. Red. I'm going to make this worth 10. And say update question. Alright, so if I'm happy with this now, I'm going to say save. And what I can actually do is I can actually come here and hit preview. And this is going to show me the quiz as my students see it. Submit. And it does auto grade because I didn't have anything that needed to be hand graded. But you can see I got the feedback there on review the notes. This was incorrect. And then this one was correct. So I got a 10 out of 30 on this quiz. That is exactly how it's going to look for your students. All right. So that is classic quiz. That's the classic quiz. Let me go back to my home page. And now if I want to add that quiz to my module, I'm going to come here to the plus button at the module level. And I'm going to select quiz from the drop down. And there's the one that I just made. And then I just say add item. Alright, now let's look at how to build using the new quiz engine. So I go over to my sidebar and I hit quizzes. I hit plus quiz. This time I'm going to select new quiz and then say submit. I'm going to give it a name. Um, 100 points, assignment, display as percentage, external tool. I wouldn't mess with any of those settings, but you can adjust the due dates. And save. Once you hit save, it's actually going to now open up that new quiz builder. So here I am. There's the title, and here's a place to add instructions. You'll notice that this does look a little different than the new text editor. And again, this is in the new quiz engine. So this is its own little, it's kind of like an external app that lives within Canvas. So it is a little bit different than the traditional quiz engine, okay? So I'm going to say done. And then I'm ready to build. So I'm going to hit this plus sign right here. And these are my question options. So I'm going to pick multiple choice. I'm going to put in the question title. I'm just going to keep calling it question 1. Question stem. And again, select the one that you want to be correct. And right here is where you can add feedback. Done. And then you have some additional options down here. So my math people, on-screen calculator, vary points by answer, don't need to do that. Shuffle choices. Outcomes is if you have imported outcomes into your course, which there's a video on that. And then item banking, I can go ahead and say add to bank. And I'm going to say it's a new item bank. And that's going to save that quiz to an item, to a test bank, so I can reuse it down the road. All right, then I'm going to hit the plus sign again and pick a different type of question. Give it a question title. And then again, I type okay, sorry. That looks a little bit different. So type a statement, select text, and press enter to create a new blank. So open entry contains red, or drop down word bank, so you have some different options there. So if I wanted, say, another one, I can just do that. So it contains either capital red, lowercase red. All right, and again, you can adjust the points. Let's say done. And if you need to edit, you just click on this pencil. So I forgot to adjust the points here. So I'm gonna just hit that right there and say done. So now it's worth 10 points, 10 points. Okay, I'm gonna add another question. This time I'm going to do a numeric. So exact response, let's say the exact response is 7. And can show that on screen calculator, just a basic one. And then I'm going to adjust my points. Oops. Let's see. 11 minus 4. Oops. All right. So again, you can just keep going here, just keep hitting these plus signs. Here are your options for all the different types of questions that you have. And again, I did not add these to my bank, so I can always come back and I can add them to the bank afterwards. And then right here, I can see my item bank. So there's the questions that I've added. There they are. Okay. All right. So now if I want to preview, I hit the preview button. All right. Auto grading. Okay, so I got 20 out of 30 points. I missed this first one, showed me the correct answer. There were these other ones. Okay, so what I'm going to say is I know that my video may not be super helpful, okay, because this is a lot of information. And by the way, to get back to the home page, hit return. And then there's that one that I just made. I'm going to go ahead and publish it, and then I'm going to go back to my modules, and I'm going to hit the plus sign, and I'm going to select quiz. Oh, sorry, I'm going to select assignment. That quiz is going to show up under assignments. Say new test quiz right there, and then add that item. So there's the quiz, there's the classic quiz. And again, it will load. Okay, so I know that's a little bit confusing. What I want you to know is that in the course itself, I have linked out to the Canvas community guides. So this new quizzes table of contents right here, I highly recommend that you come here because there are click sheets here. So if you open up this how to create an assessment using new quizzes, there is a click sheet here that will walk you through everything this video showed you. So not only do you have my video to walk you through this, but you also have this click sheet with images and showing it to you step by step. Okay? And then there's an entire table of contents here that shows you all the different question types as well. So multiple choice, hotspot, ordering, numeric, true, false, adding stimulus, using item banks. So all of that is here, and all of these have click sheets that were made by Canvas, and I highly recommend that you utilize these for the quizzes. I am happy to help you if you are wanting to build quizzes and you need help. I know this video may not be enough information. So please use this video. Please use the Canvas community click sheets that I've linked here. Reach out to me for support. I'm here to help you with this. And again, this is not a immediate requirement. This is something that is additional if you want to use quizzes in your Canvas course. As always, if you have any questions,